I truly thought that I had sworn off the TIRTIR brand as a whole because I was like, you know what, the formulas are just not my jam. It's too overhyped, it's overpriced as well in my opinion. Like for example, any one of their cushion foundation compacts, the full size costs 3,000 yen, which is pretty hefty. I think most people would agree for drugstore formula. So yeah, I thought I was done with TIRTIR as a brand. It's just not for me until I saw this bad boy in the store. This is their new Mask Fit AI Filter Cushion Foundation. 100% it was the color and the design that drew me in. Just look at this. Just look at this chrome orange, slightly reflective design that they have going on here. Plus I love how the TIRTIR logo is curved at the bottom here, and if you look closely, or you can feel with your fingers, it's actually etched in there, the letters. So I thought that was a really neat little like upgrade, new twist on their original design. Of course the shape is the same and the size as well. It looks like a dinosaur egg. But yeah, one look at this juicy orange compact, which quite literally makes my mouth water because I mean, come on, it is the exact shade and shape of basically an orange. So immediately it's like engaging several of my senses at the same time. And the slightly chrome finish reminds me of a car, like a luxury car, Lamborghini or something. So with all that being said, yeah, I caved, obviously. I found myself asking myself, is it really that serious? Like, what do you gain from boycotting TIRTIR? Nothing really. We are going to do a long wear test today. The smell checks out, it's really fresh. So already I like the scent in this one better than their original Mask Fit Red Cushion, which I have mentioned in the past before that this smells quite soapy to me, whereas this one is just more of that classic fresh foundation smell. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So I always see this like bumpy panel on the back of a lot of cushion foundation covers, and it says blending palette. So I see people like, you know, after they pick up the foundation, they'll tap the puff a little bit on this side before putting it on their face. To be honest, I don't really see the point in that, so I'm gonna stop doing it and apply this directly to my face. So I have no primer on today because I just want to see how the foundation holds up on its own. The shade I'm using is 15C, which I feel like matches my undertone the best. It's kind of just this very neutral undertone. It's not leaning too yellow or too pink. The thing about my face is that it's not one even color all throughout, so that's something that I kind of want to work towards improving this year if possible, like through my skincare. And well, I guess I just need to be extra careful with sunscreen as well. It's more tan on the sides than it is in the center. But this is 15C Fair Porcelain. Okay, that was actually quite easy and nice to apply overall. And you can see the high coverage from like this side of my mouth, which I covered with the foundation. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty high coverage. I'm gonna draw in my lip with a lip liner though, just because this looks weird. Okay, so just initial first gut reaction impression. I'm loving this. Let's see what the product description says. Okay, it says that this cushion foundation has a light texture and provides high coverage and high adhesion, so like a very close fit, creating a smooth filter-like finish on the skin, much like an AI filter. Recommended for those who want a smooth, semi-matte finish after application. And I have to say, at least immediately after application, so we're gonna see how it wears throughout the rest of the day. Well, it's literally 3:30 a.m. right now, so we'll see. I'm gonna check in at the 5-hour, 8-hour mark, or whenever I can manage, and we'll see if that really holds up. But yeah, so far the description is holding very true. It is indeed very lightweight. I'm actually really surprised. Like I don't feel like I have foundation on my skin, which is a stark difference from how I felt when wearing the red formula, because this one you can definitely feel the heaviness, and I felt that it even went as far as to emphasize some textures and pores in my skin that I did not necessarily want to emphasize. But this one, it's like super lightweight yet super high coverage, and I'm kind of shocked actually at how even of an application I was able to get. Like super easy to blend out and get a even smooth finish. So check-in time. Yes, I ended up not doing the rest of my makeup because I just cannot deal these days. But yeah, it is 3 p.m. right now, the next day, so almost exactly 12 hours after I've initially applied. I am pleasantly shocked and surprised to report that the TIRTIR Mask Fit AI filter cushion has been preserved in quite near pristine condition for the past almost 12 hours. So I'm gonna get closer. If you can see, the only part that it really kind of broke down is the tip of my nose here, which I don't know why my voice is raspy. Like, I don't have a cold or anything. I'm literally just sipping a matcha latte, but maybe it's the excessive shisha smoking for the past few months finally catching up with me. Oh my god, please no. Yeah, the only part that it's really completely rubbed off is my nose, and that is because when I was like outside shopping and running errands and stuff, it was quite frigid, so my nose got a little bit sniffly, and I kept like wiping at it with a tissue. So that's the only reason that the tip of my nose, the foundation has rubbed off. Honestly, I wish I had done another check-in, like even just 1 hour earlier, because I swear, yeah, just 1 hour ago, like even the space around my nose, like all the little crevices and whatnot of my face, here under my lip as well, even those spaces were completely intact, very comparable to when I initially applied, and only now can you kind of see a slight breakdown in foundation in the nose crevice area. What do you call this? Nose crevice. And also I just ate lunch, so that's the reason why, again, there's a little bit of foundation rubbed off underneath my mouth. Oh, and also my T-zone area, since, you know, I didn't put on any primer today. I wanted to test the foundation's staying power on its own. You can see it's ever so slightly shinier than the rest of my face. That's usually just what happens naturally with my natural oils collecting in this area. But even so, like, all things considering, it's not even that bad. I don't get a whole lot of oily residue that comes off when I touch it. Okay, maybe a little bit, but it didn't break down. Like, I don't see any cracks or spaces that rubbed off. So I think that's quite impressive overall. They really picked the right name for this foundation, the AI filter cushion. It might be a little too early to say because, again, this is just the first day, and also I've not tried it in conjunction with any other makeup products yet, like blush or eyeshadow. Although I don't think, I mean, I rarely ever have a problem with a foundation, you know, mixing the wrong way with just my regular powder blushes and eyeshadows that I use. So yeah, I am quite confident right now to say that this is for sure my favorite TIRTIR formula so far. Definitely prefer this 1000% to the original Mask Fit red cushion. Obsessed with the packaging, as I already mentioned. And I just also realized that this super bright, you know, orangey citrus color is extremely Leo coded. Hello. So yeah, this foundation, I must say, this was a 10 out of 10 purchase for me personally. I have no regrets whatsoever, and I genuinely really love this. I feel like TIRTIR has finally given me something that I genuinely approve of and checks all my boxes in a way that is not dependent at all on their social media hype, if that makes sense. Oh, and last comment. So again, I've had this on for nearly 12 hours. I even took a nap in it earlier on because I was tired from my errands. Not only has it stayed on and stayed so smooth texture wise, there's barely any breakage or any like inconsistency in the finish except for around my nose area and the T-zone area. It has stayed extremely lightweight, light feeling. I never at any point felt the sensation of having a full face of foundation on or anything heavy at all on my face, which is really remarkable, I think, for any formula. And the shade has barely oxidized either. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe I'll put it side by side. It's pretty much like it's maintained the same shade and the same undertone. Nothing has turned orange or dulled throughout the past 12 hours. New Holy Grail status, not sponsored whatsoever. I rest my case.